Long ago, an old woman lived on a small farm in California. She had worked her entire life, side by side with her husband. Together, they built their home. They grew corn. They raised animals. They lived simply and honestly. Then, her husband passed away. Life became difficult. Her knees hurt. She moved slowly. Every day felt heavier than before. Her daughter and son-in-law lived with her, but they had changed. Her daughter was impatient and often angry. Her son-in-law was lazy and avoided work. Still, the old woman tried to help. One night, she heard them whispering in the dark. "If we keep living like this, we will starve," the son-in-law said. The daughter replied quietly, "Then mother must leave. This house should be ours." The next morning, the old woman stepped outside. Her clothes, her blankets, and her shoes were thrown onto the ground. Her daughter stood there, cold and silent. "You must leave," she said. With shaking hands, the old woman whispered, "This is my home." But the door closed in her face. She sat on the steps and cried until the sun went down. What they did not know was this. For many years, the old woman and her husband had saved money. She had hidden it inside a stone box near the old corral. That night, she went there. She moved the stones. She found her savings. And with that money, she made a choice. She chose to begin again. She walked to the next village. A kind farming family recognized her. They gave her food, warm tea, and a small room for the night. The next morning, she asked a simple question. "Is there any land for sale?" There was. She bought a piece of land. With help from neighbors, she built a strong wooden house. She planted corn. She raised chickens. She lived in peace. A young neighbor boy often helped her. He was respectful. He was kind. He asked for nothing. Meanwhile, her daughter and son-in-law grew poorer. They refused to work. Their house fell apart, their yard filled with weeds. One day, the son-in-law walked far looking for work. He reached a beautiful farm and knocked on the door. The door opened. It was her. Shocked and ashamed, he asked for a job. She agreed, but she had one condition. "Do not tell my daughter that this farm belongs to me." He promised. Days later, the daughter followed him. She entered the yard and saw her mother. "You have all this while I suffer?" she shouted. The old woman replied calmly, "When you finish shouting, then speak to me." The daughter demanded money. The old woman gave her only a few coins. Then she closed the door. Before her passing, the old woman made a decision. She wrote a will. "My farm will go to the boy who helped me when I had no one. My daughter will receive nothing." When the old woman passed away, the village honored her with respect. The daughter and her husband returned. They came to claim the farm, but they were told the truth. Everything now belonged to the boy. Ashamed and silent, the couple left the village. No one ever saw them again. So remember this: even when people push you down, you can rise again. Your value is not decided by those who mistreat you. Kindness grows, greed destroys. Choose strength, choose dignity, choose your own path forward.